I am looking for an honest man. He has the most who is most content with the least. The foundation of every state is the education of its youth. In a rich man's house, there is no place to spit but his face. We have 2 ears and 1 tongue so that we would listen more and talk less. The sun, too, shines into cesspools and is not polluted. Of what use is a philosopher who doesn't hurt anybody's feelings? I threw away my cup when I saw a child drinking from his hands at the trough. Other dogs bite only their enemies, but I bite also my friends in order to save them. When asked what wine he liked best, that which belongs to another. I have tried myself, so I do not need the opinions of others. The best slave is the one who recognizes the desires of his master, and the worst master is the one who is a slave to his desires. When a rich man eats, he eats from the stomach of a poor man. Those things that you can live without are actually unnecessary. The best fragrance is purity. Education does not make a person happy, but frees him. I rubbed the coins to see how much truth there is in them. I do not want your laws, I want your nature. Real freedom lies in controlling your desires. After burying me, you should put my body in the sunlight so that it can take my body back to where it came from. I laugh at the greed of the rich, who are slaves to their wealth. I do not salute kings, for God alone is my master. Man is a prisoner of his desires, and a philosopher is one who is free from captivity. I find living men who bury the truth more strange than tombstones. Nature has created us free, but society chains us. I have seen how many people lose their lives in the protection of their wealth. A small lamp dispels darkness, but a good man illuminates 1,000 hearts. A man who cannot control his desires is the weakest of all. I wonder that man fears death, although he kills his soul every day by lying. Real wealth is that which creates peace in a man's heart. I found humans claiming to be intelligent, but their actions were like those of animals. The greatest treasure is freedom, and the greatest slavery is desires. I seek truth not in people's faces, but in their hearts. The real wealth is knowledge, which cannot be stolen or burned. People are afraid of death, but they do not mind living in lies, greed, and oppression. I lost my home, but the whole world under the sky is my room. He who does not control his tongue can never control his life. I have seen humans running after wealth, but running in peace. The best companion is the one who makes you aware of your shortcomings. To make life easier, reduce desires, not increase resources. People are busy making their bodies beautiful. I wish they would also beautify their hearts. I have seen a man who frees his slave but remains a slave to his desires. Power blinds a man and poverty opens his eyes. I have learned that happiness does not lie in achieving anything, but in reducing desires. The one who speaks the truth is always alone. I have seen the rich die in fear of their wealth, and the poor live in their contentment. He who sells his conscience is the poorest man in the world. The wise man is the one who learns from the loss of others. I have seen that people live in fear of death, but are not afraid of ruining their lives. The man who knows himself is truly free. I saw that people waste time on cleaning their clothes, but leave their character dirty. The biggest weakness of a person is that he starts living in the eyes of others. I saw a rich man who lived to hide his wealth, and a poor man who lived to share his smile. If you want to be free, do not be a slave to desires. I found those who run after wealth tired, and those who run after peace, satisfied. The wise man is the one who recognizes his need, not his desire. I saw the biggest tyrant in the world. That was a person's own ego. He who wounds others with his tongue wounds his own heart. The biggest lie is the one a person tells to himself. Life is short, but people waste it in the chains of desires. I have seen a man boast of his intellect, but he turns out to be a slave to his desires. Everyone sees the poor begging at the door of the rich, but no one sees the rich begging at the door of desires. Things that nature has made easy, man has made difficult. I have seen that people cannot tolerate truth, so they take pleasure for reality. Freedom is not a prize, but a struggle that is achieved by controlling themselves. I have seen people preparing for life after death, but doing nothing to improve the present life. The greatest poverty is the abundance of desires. A man who understands contentment is a king. I have seen the recognition of friends in poverty, not in wealth. I have seen a wise man happy without wealth, and a fool sad even with wealth. Real honor is that which is found in character, not in position. A man becomes a slave not to his needs but to his desires. I have seen that people want to give wealth to their children, but forget to give them character. He who recognizes his own self overcomes every difficulty in the world. The greatest teacher is time, which exposes every truth. I have seen people who are blind in the light and flooded in the darkness. Real power is that you can control your desire. I have seen friends turn into enemies, but never the truth turn into lies. He who cultivates his soul is the real ruler.